there with the Korea Daily. So I know you were a former defender for Dallas. So
Yeah.
how do you prepare for the upcoming match?
Yeah, it's always fun to go back there and see old friends. A place that I know very well, spending 8 years there. It's always a battle there. The heat's crazy, the humidity's crazy. I remember when I was there playing, we would use that as a strategy for kind of confidence for the game, knowing that it was hard for other teams to come in and play in that weather. And when you were there, you're used to it. So it's going to be a battle for sure. We need the points. We're looking to get all 3 points, and there's no question we can do it. So we'll be ready.
So I know you and Sonia are getting closer than before.
Yeah.
So as a team's defender, what kind of differences do you notice in terms of your team's defense strategy?
Yeah, obviously bringing in new pieces in this window and having Sonny come in and help strengthen our attack big time. What I've loved more than anything is his ability to hold the ball for us too. The way he checks down into pockets, and as a defender, especially playing on Denis' side, I know I've always got the run in behind. But now as he's running in behind when Sonny's checking and I can play feet as well, it just opens the game up. He's able to turn, find the right passes. It helps so much in the way that we defend. It's like they always say, like the way that you attack helps you defend, the way you defend helps you attack. And so it's very true having the attackers that we have now. It's going to be fun. This is just having him here for a couple weeks, and having him gel with the team. So it's going to be fun to see how this progresses over the next couple months.
So as a teammate, how is Sonny different on and off the field?
Too much. It's a good question. Too much to say probably in a short interview. I'm not surprised, but maybe grateful is the word for just the way that he's come in from day one, stepped in as a leader, great locker room guy, a guy that is able to connect with anybody on the team. Hilarious the way that he's joined in the banter with the team. And so sometimes it just takes a while to get to know the culture and to kind of implement your own personality into the team. And Sonny's just been from day one. You can see, he's leading the guys, taking the guys in under his wing, connecting with the team, and has immediately made his impact on this club. So again, excited to see what he continues to do, especially over the next couple months this year. Hi.
I'm Sarah with KBS America. So having played for Dallas before, how do you think they would try to defend against a player like Sonny?
Yeah, it's fun because nobody really knows him yet here locally in this league. Everybody knows of Sonny internationally, but here in the MLS, like, what is he going to do? What kind of player is he going to be? There's not a ton of video on him yet, so they're going to have their hands full. It's hard when you don't know. We as a club are still learning how to use him to his fullness. And so impossible for Dallas to put together a game plan to stop him. So there's a fun little moment where teams don't really know how to defend him, and you don't have enough clips on what he's going to do. It makes for a really interesting game. So he's, even if you know what he's going to do, he's hard to stop. So not knowing what he's going to do makes it that much harder.
Thank you. He already answered everything I wanted to.
Yeah. Sarah, anything?
Yeah.
Good.
Like, can you just describe how's the Sony as just person, not a player?
Yeah, you hear so much about him, right? And internationally, he's got this kind of persona, the way he's known, and you always are just questioning, like, okay, what is he really like in real life when you meet him? And coming into this club, I think it's more true even what he said. He's the nicest guy in the locker room. He will connect with anybody from any different culture, any different language. He's always smiling, always happy, and he's also not just like he's not afraid to let his personality out. So he's joking with the guys, he's entertaining, talking, all of the things. So far, amazing pickup. But that's what the club has done since day one. Since I've been here, the club has brought in some amazing talent, really, really high-level players. And more than just the way they are on the field, they make sure that these guys are the type of guys that also lift the level of the locker room. And the camaraderie here has always been amazing. The culture's been amazing. And Sonny, I think, is already adding to it and will continue to add to it.
I have one more question. So we have a very big game. It's coming up, right? The home game.
Yeah.
How's the practice going?
Say the end of that question again.
So how's the practice and training going on?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's almost like every game is being treated like a playoff game. There's only so many games left in the season. Home games are that much more important now. We need all of the points that we can get, and we're expecting 3 points anytime we play at home. Excited for Sonny to get his first home game, to see the crowd there. He hasn't been able to experience that yet in its fullness, and it's something special, and it's something you don't see often in other clubs across the league, and so he really hasn't gotten that taste. Obviously, he draws a crowd anywhere he goes, but it's going to be special being at BMO for the first time with him.
Any time to see old friends or down in Dallas, or is anyone coming to the stadium to see?
Yeah, a lot of friends will come to the stadium and get to enjoy the game and see the game. It's so tough now. We fly in the night before the game. We get in there really late. We stay on Pacific time because of the time difference. So, you know, we're eating dinner there at 10 p.m. We're going to sleep at 1 a.m. because you're staying on Pacific time. So everything's thrown off. It's really tight. But I'll definitely get to see a couple buddies and have a bunch of friends out at the game. So always fun to go back and see them.
And you don't shortchange the sleep though. You still get your.
I tell you what, with
7 hours?
four kids, road trips are maybe the only time I do sleep. So I do not shortchange my road trip sleep for sure.
Is it MLS, when you look at the schedule and in August to go to Dallas or Houston or Florida, it's tricky. But you said there's ways to handle it. Is there?
Yeah. When I was there, you got used to it. Obviously, training in that sort of weather. Luckily, it's been really hot here for the week, so that actually is helpful. You know, being able to train in the heat, your body adjusts to it and gets used to it. As well as when it's a nighttime game and the sun is down, it's different. And we're footballers; we know how to fight through these elements, so we'll be ready for it.
Everyone here was just saying how lucky we were that it was this hot today. It was wonderful.
It's so hot. It's so hot, and it's still not even close to what it's going to be in Dallas, because the Dallas heat is just it's wet, you know. It's just humid. You can't escape it.
But excited to be. I mean, just to know these 3 games. This was a crazy stretch in schedule, but just to know what lies ahead to come home.
Yeah. And if we come home from a 3-game road trip with 7 points, I mean, it would be great. So that's the goal, and that's what we're aiming for.
We'll move to take questions online. Charlie, go ahead.
Hey Ryan, this is Charlie Ball with MLS Soccer. I know you gave a lot of Sun questions today, but I've got another one. I was just wondering if you felt a different vibe in these games that you played since he's arrived so far.
Yeah, there's no question. With the level of quality he brings, like I've said, he's already lifted our level, and the way that he can get the ball in space and turn, the way that he can run in behind, he's so dynamic with his movements. I'm yet to see something he can't do. Oh, header. He can't head the ball. He cannot head the ball. I'm going to go teach him. He also can't throw a baseball. I'm teaching him right now. He needs to learn this stuff. He's in the U.S. now. But no, on the field, he's just a different sort of playmaker and a guy that really helps connect all of our attack. So what he's been able to do already in the 2-3 weeks he's been here, I think is forecasting what he's going to be able to do once he even gets more comfortable with the club, and so really excited for where it's going.
What about the atmosphere in the stadiums? Because I don't know, does it maybe take away from the home field advantage when there's these Sun fans traveling around to see you guys?
Yeah, we were just talking about in New England. New England, never sells out their stadium, but they had sold out their lower bowl, and it was pretty quiet though. Still, like the fans weren't really too much a part of the game until Sonny touched the ball. Every time Sonny would touch the ball in a dangerous area, the crowd would kind of come alive, even more so than when their own team was controlling the ball or pushing for an attack. So, I think he's that sort of player. He's going to draw a crowd anywhere he goes, and so now I'm excited for him to be back at BMO, be home, and be in front of the home crowd and see how electric it's going to be.
And we'll finish with Josh Gross.
Thanks, hey Ryan. Last day of the transfer window, and I'm wondering if you can take me back to July 24th when this thing opened, and how you guys were feeling, and everything that's sort of taken place in the weeks that's since then, and how you guys are feeling now. Just sort of encapsulate what this period's meant for the group.
Yeah, I don't envy John's job. I don't envy our GM's job, having to always constantly fill holes and plug different areas. It's like as soon as you think you've got a roster, somebody goes down with an injury, somebody else picks up something, somebody else gets traded or whatever. There's just so many moving pieces throughout a season, and it's impossible to plan for all of them. And so these guys, that's why they get paid the big bucks to make those decisions and find the right guys in the right moments. And what I love about this club and love about our ownership is when the right guy comes up, like Sonny, that they can go pursue, they throw everything they can at it, and they go and make it happen. And so, it's rarely a case where we've pursued somebody and not made it happen. And I think that's a testament to they know the right guy, the right player, the right locker room guy, the right personality they're getting, and so they go and make it happen. And I don't know if there's any more moves in this window before it closes, but I like where we're at right now, and if we could strengthen it a little bit, great. If not, we've got the guys right now to go do something special and go fight for another cup, and that's the goal here always. And excited to see how that turns out.
Start with the Korea Daily, Vijay Chunghan in Korean. So it's been 2 weeks since Sonny joined the team. So has he mentioned any difficulties related to the team or adapting to life in the U.S.?
He's not mentioned anything to me, and judging by his smiles that he brings every day to work, I don't see any issues. I don't know his living situation, but I'm sure that'll be sorted soon, and that always helps. But he looks very happy, and he's playing well, and so I think it's been a good transition for him.
So in his debut, Sonny played as a right winger, and in the last week's match, he played he used as a center forward. So earlier this month, during the pre-game press conference, you mentioned that his position would be flexible. So does that mean that he's been given as a free role?
No. Flexible meaning we see him, as well as our other attackers, switching positions during the game. There will be games where maybe he plays on the flanks, maybe he plays through the middle. They have the freedom to change positions during the game, not just Sonny, but Denis, David, and Nate. Jeremy is more of a classic nine. It all depends on the opponent. It all depends on our tactical solutions for that particular match. If there's also a physical and health component, if there are injuries, not injuries. So there's many factors that get weighed into a decision like that. But we know what he can do and that he's useful in all attacking positions, and we intend to use him that way.
So since you arrived, what has been the biggest change in the team atmosphere, training process, or in overall dynamics?
Yeah, I think he has brought a sense of, I think it's a sense of extra motivation that the group has, and kind of a little bit of wind in our sails, and a little bit of confidence that you bring in such a high quality player as Sonny is, and the team needed that, and I think the team is using that, and I think you can see the team playing with a little more confidence, and now it's a matter of maintaining that momentum moving forward in the next couple of weeks to finish in a strong fashion.
From SBS, today's really hot, right? I want to know, like, Sonny can adjust to the LA weather. Now, London is really different than LA.
I wish I had a camera this way to see how you're sweating, and then the question is perfect. We manage training for everyone, and so we take weather in consideration. We take in our physical loading over the past couple of weeks. We take in not just the team's physical state, also mental state, but also individually. So Sonny is finishing his preseason, if you will, and we have shortened training sessions. We have taken the intensity out to be sure that on game day every player feels 100% fresh and ready to go. Mm-hmm.
So I'm Sarah with KBS America. So 2 games in Sonny is already drawn a penalty and set up a goal. What impressed you most about his early?
Nothing. I think his career is well documented, and so we've obviously watched him for many years function at a high level. I think what stands out the most so far has been his just game intelligence or game IQ. adapting to our league and our way of playing very quickly in a very short amount of time. I think that is what has impressed me the most, but didn't surprise me. We knew he was capable of doing that. Yeah.
Just the challenge at Dallas, tough road trip as well, and the third of 3, and again, and similar, I guess, with the Revs and the Fire, a team that really needs points. How do you get ready for a unique challenge, just the road trip and the opponent?
Yeah, in the same way. I think we had a good match plan against Chicago and the Revs, implemented a little better against the Revs than Chicago. We intend to do the same. We've had 2 road games, 4 points. Now with the opportunity to grab 3 more, it's very motivating for us. And so I think we really want to close out this road schedule out with a win. And we feel confident we have the tools to do it. And this has been a few years coming now. I don't think we have won a game there in Dallas. And so we're really looking forward to changing that narrative.
And obviously, when that time comes, exciting to come back home. That'd be a big event after a 3-week, this is a very odd scheduling quirk, I would imagine. Have you seen anything similar, that kind of intensity of a road trip?
No, it is odd. I don't know that our schedules, our availability of our stadiums, everything is very complicated, and so hopefully there are smarter people than I am who are doing the scheduling, figuring it all out. But yeah, it's not normal. But again, the schedule is the schedule. We accept it. We're not the only team who plays a few games on the road, so it is the MLS is not a balanced schedule. That is one of the differences in our league to other leagues around the world. And for those reasons mentioned, it cannot be balanced. And so we do the best we can. So we just accept it, and we've done extremely well. And we want to finish this 3-game road streak with another W. And 7 points, I think, would be fantastic.
Good stuff. Let's go.
Sonny is still new here, but have you noticed moments in training or games that impressed the team the most?
Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, he's only been here a couple of weeks, but it feels like he's been here a year. How well his integration process has gone along. That speaks for Sonny. That also speaks for LAFC and his teammates. I think just his ability to adapt so quickly and his intelligence on the fields of learning the MLS, learning LAFC, that has impressed me the most.
So, as a coach and a former defender who faced Sonny previously.
Yes.
So, what differences do you see in a team's defense strategy?
Well, I think a big winner in all of this could be like a Denis or a David or a Nate and a Jeremy when he comes back from injury, or anybody who plays next to Sonny. He'll attract more attention. He'll attract more defenders. Defenders will stay closer to him. He will get double teamed, which will mean that somebody else is open. And so I think there are indirect ways he can help us and how others can profit.
All right, we'll now move to take questions online. Josh, go ahead.
Thanks. Hey, Steve. Talk about another attacker, Timothy Tillman. How do you see him in the front 3? I mean, he was turning the ball over like crazy, causing havoc for back lines. It seems like he's a real benefit there, but versus what he brings to the midfield, how do you see that and the opportunities he may get on either side?
Yeah, Timmy has helped us out there as an offensive player or interpreting an offensive role in his way, and he did really well. He was very active. He was always dangerous. He has those qualities. When he first came to LAFC, he was more of a 10 than he was a midfielder, an 8. And so we've known he has that. He also has the physical capabilities to play in all 3 positions up top. And I think it's a little bit like Mateusz Bogusz last year. It's unorthodox. It's a midfielder playing an attacking role, and it's unorthodox for defenders and other teams to defend that. And we really enjoy seeing Timmy up there and not giving him too much instruction, just letting him feel the game. And letting him understand that he has some freedoms, but there are some things we need from him, and he's done really well. And so it's just another tool we have that we've tried out, and it's been successful, and we're looking forward to using that to finish the season.
Yeah, and Nkosi Tafari, you and I talked about him about a month ago, and he's obviously had a great chance now, 8 straight starts, all 90 minutes. Seems to have been a presence in the back line. What are you getting from him? And considering the situation you have, how far along is Ryan Porteous in terms of backup potential? How are you feeling about your center backs at the moment?
Yeah, Nkosi has done extremely well stepping in and coming from a supplemental role and not getting a whole lot of minutes to then coming in and just being very consistent and solid is one thing, but also to make us better. And so I couldn't be happier and more impressed with Nkosi, how he's handled himself on the field. He has become more of a leader in his own way, become more verbal, and making the position his own. Fantastic work from him, and almost like a new signing, if you will. And I think Porteous is close. We're just waiting on his paperwork to get finished. Could happen any minute now. So hopefully he can be added as soon as possible. And that's where we are. I think overall we're fine with the center back position. When Kenny Nielsen has stepped up big in the Leagues Cup for us and is there for us if we need him in the MLS.
And one more quickly from me. After the match, the last match, Mark Delgado sort of described Son as the missing piece. He talked about how good he's been in linking up play and sort of the fluidity of the team. Do you see Son also as a missing piece? I mean, is that just you bringing a world-class player and you're getting the benefit of that, or is he specifically sort of plugged in a way that really makes him feel like, like you said, he's been here a year already?
Look, his qualities are what they are. He's proven himself time and time again at the highest levels, and that's what you bring in first and foremost. On top of that, you bring a player whose profile fits exactly what we look for in one of those three positions up top. And I think I've mentioned this before. Sonny is a player we've talked about for many years at this club. That is the type of player that we look for, the type of attacker that fits in well with our system, the type of attacker that will be successful in this league. And we couldn't be happier to finally have him here in LA. And again, his adaptation period has been very rapid and quite impressive.
All right, we'll move to the last question. Charlie, go ahead.
Casey, this is Cherundolo with MLSsoccer.com. Thanks for your time today. I too have a Son question. You played with and against some huge names in his career and as a coach. What is the whole show like around Son? Just the fan response. I know he hasn't played at home yet, but the response you're seeing in the stadiums, the media coverage, just the excitement that he seems to promote. Can you compare that to anything you've seen in the past?
It's been very positive and uplifting. And busier. I mean, it was similar to when I was named the head coach. Similar vibe around the club. No, it's been awesome, and it's great for us. It's great for the league. It's great for Sonny. But when you get to know him as a person and you see his charisma and you feel his presence, it's very understandable too, and it's very logical that he does excite people and fans, members of the media, and people around our club. I see our youth coaches and employees around the club want to watch more training sessions. 2 weeks ago, we couldn't have been more boring. Now we're not. So yes, it's an out of excitement and level that players of his stature bring to our club. And we've had some experiences with in the past with some other players, whether it's Giorgio, Gareth Bale, Carlos Vela, to name a few. Obviously Hugo and Olivier. So we have some experience, but Sonny is in his own right a little different, and also anytime you bring in something different, it's a little more interesting too. And so it's wonderful to have that as well. And again, we're very, very pleased he's here.
Is that something you think gives the guys a lift on game day?
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
So I know you're a defender from Dallas. Right? So how are you preparing for an upcoming match?
Yeah, it's a team that I know a lot about, have a good familiarity with them. And I just think we need to keep going with the momentum that we have right now. We've been in a good run of form. I just think becoming a little bit more cutthroat in the attacking third, and then that's kind of the only thing. I'd love to get a 3-4-0 kind of commanding win. We've gotten a 1 or a 2-0 here and there, or maybe a 2-1, but a proper commanding win with a shutout would be really good for us. But we know it's going to be tough. The road anywhere in this league is a bit challenging, certainly with what we face with the weather in Dallas.
So since Sonny joined the team, what differences do you feel as a defender in terms of how the game is managed?
Yeah, I think more specifically, I mean, we've only had the 2 games with him. But one thing I noticed that was big in the New England game was his ability to manage the ball towards the end. We were in a little bit of a low block, and there's one play in particular where I believe Nate had played it inwards to him, and then he had kind of two guys around him, and he did a good job of just kind of relieving the pressure to where maybe sometimes we might not have the fluidity to do that. And he's really good under the pocket. He's got a great awareness of where he needs to be. So defensively, he can actually take some of the pressure off of us. Same thing that he did with the final goal. You know, maybe we just win the game 1-0 and they still create chances, but beating them off 2-0 was a much better outcome for us. So he's good in those late game situations.
You were saying, what a guy, what a guy.
Oh, what a guy.
What are the things that you've seen since playing with Sonny that have stood out, that maybe something you haven't seen before from a teammate, or something that just sticks out?
Yeah, I think just his cleanliness on the field, like the craft is very, very smooth, very sharp. He does things at a particular quality that I really appreciate, and also just as a guy, yeah, like I was saying, he's just what a guy. Just really what a guy. He's great fun to be around. I feel like I've known him for a couple years now. Like he's very friendly, very outgoing. He's really good with pushing a lot of the guys. He's got a great mentality, which is great, and he fits right in with the bunch seamlessly. So it's been virtually effortless. I think he actually really is enjoying himself out here. Yeah.
Great answer. Cleanliness was a good word too,
Yeah.
on the play. Going back to your former club, is there things you're anticipating, but looking forward to it, maybe, just to see how things have changed?
Yeah, I think there should be a lot of fans there, whether for me or for Sonny. Who's to say? Well, you know, we can't really differentiate. They could be there for me or him. I don't know. But outside of that, I think it's all just business. I mean, I have friends there, but none that no one's more important than the job. I very much love what I do, and 3 points is my best friend, and he will remain my best friend. So yeah, getting a win and climbing the table, I know that we have a couple games in hand, and if we take these games in hand, we can really set ourselves up for being, I believe, second, just behind San Diego. So that would be great.
Pretty unheard of to have a schedule like this. How are you guys handling it, knowing that this is the third of the 3 games, and being able to get the most out of training and preparing for travel?
Yeah, I think it's more of a mental battle than maybe anything physical. The mind controls the body at all times, and if you can really push yourself and will yourself, the games are really why we do it. They're the best fun. It's maybe the hard times, if there are any, or coming out to train on that hard day where maybe your body's not feeling up to it. But I feel a really good vibe with the group. We've been trending in the right direction, where sometimes maybe this season we could have been a little bit stagnant, but I think we got a good run of form, and now it's just about riding the wave but not resting, if that makes sense. Kind of being aggressive but knowing what we do well at the same time.
And for you, building relationships, now playing a lot more, building relationships with Eddie, Ryan, Sergi, all those guys in the back, what's important for you to make sure you squeeze the most out of that too?
Yeah, I think not just being comfortable with where I am. I know I could kind of just fill the shoes, but I want to do a little bit more than that. I want to have more of a commanding presence, bring a little bit of an X factor perhaps into the lineup, something that maybe either excites the fans, or whether we're home or on the road. But people are here to really be entertained, so if there's something that can be done, I would love to do that. And I've got a great group of guys around me. I love playing next to Sergi. Fun fact, we have the same birthday, so it's like we're just locked in. And I really enjoy the dynamic. Same with Eddie. He's very aggressive. I think that pairs well off of me. I'm a little bit more pragmatic, maybe slightly more cautious. And then Ryan, he's just kind of, if you know Ryan, he's just different. So, yeah, he does his own thing over there, but it works out really well. We've got a good balance going on right now.
Birthday coming up by chance?
No time soon.
Right.
Yeah,
Belated.
March. Yeah, happy belated for sure.
Thanks, Nkosi.
We'll move to take questions online. Josh, go ahead.
Thanks. Hey, Nkosi, good to see you. It's been about a month, I think, where you started every match, played 90 after really not playing much the entire season beforehand. So how are you holding up during this period? It seems like you're enjoying it. What's it been like for you to be on the field so regularly and know that those minutes are there for you?
Yeah, it's been massive. I wouldn't say I was too down or depressed by not playing. It was just kind of a situation that was dealt for me. And the way I looked at it was a lot like, you know, if you go to the amusement park with your friends, but you're not allowed to get on any of the rides, and then they do, and then you kind of just like have to sit back and watch them have a good time, enjoy the fun. You're still there, you're supporting them, you're happy to be there, but you know that there's a little bit more that you wish you could be doing. And now, yeah, like you said at the start, I am just enjoying it, just being out here, spending some great times, making great memories, and trying to win while doing it, because that's the most important part as always.
You know, you're playing and you're a part of the team as Son comes into the team. So for you to have a chance to be on the field with someone of his caliber and just sort of see the way the team talks about him and is sort of rallying, maybe rallying's not the right word, but coalescing around him. What's it like to be part of that for you?
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad that this club is ambitious, and we take chances, we take risks. We like to bring in a lot of high-profile players, and we all know where he has been and what he has been capable to do. So for me, it's just about just being a sponge, seeing him every day, whether I'm playing with him and watching the runs he's making, or if I'm defending him and having a real first on-hand experience. I've been able to see a lot of the qualities that can be had over in the Premier League or the Bundesliga, and then just trying to implement them into my own game and then bring a little bit more of that spark and fire into the team.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Nkosi.